All right, gang. Thanks again for tuning in to City Vibes. Hey, let's take a sneak peek into some of the things that we're going to check out this week. Don't touch that dial. Go grab yourself some popcorn, put down the remote control, and get ready for another edition of City Vibes. Let's roll it.
Hey, welcome to City Vibes. As usual, we have an amazing show for you, and please feel free to invite us to any events around the city. You can call the number just below or email us at cityvibes@shaw.ca. I'm your host, Stephanie Ponte, and the whole City Vibes crew has a great show for you. So first, we're going to take it away with Will Wilson. She is at the Garden Show. Will, tell us more about it.
I'm Will Wilson with City Vibes, and we're here at the Garden Show right at Spruce Meadows. There's a lot of people here today, and it looks like it smells like spring in the air. But you know what these people have in common? Gardening and spring. So let's check it out. We're here with Executive Director Elizabeth at the Garden Show right here on Spruce Meadows. So tell me, what does it take to pull this all off?
This is a year-round planning endeavor. We only have 5 staff, but we have over 200 volunteers here today.
Wow, so 5 staff. What does it take to put the show all together and make sure that everybody works together here?
Well, our whole focus of the show is about education. So really, I know everybody's having fun here, and education is fun, gardening is fun. So our whole focus is how are we going to get people gardening more in Calgary? And when people come here, they will learn that.
So what would you think is the most important part of learning how to garden, and what's the value for the community here in Calgary for it?
Well, I think the most important thing is for people to come out and join the Calgary Horticultural Society. And then at that point, they will meet a community of gardeners, and they learn from each other. I feel gardeners are probably the most sharing, giving people out there, and that's how you learn. So one thing about Calgary, it can be a challenging climate to garden in. So this is where we can really offer that help of what it's like to garden in a Zone 3 climate.
Okay, so what are some of the major highlights for this year event at the Garden Show?
Well, some of the major highlights are our keynote speakers. They draw really big crowds. Today we've had only standing room only people coming, listening to our speakers. We also have display gardens, and it's a competition where people come and build a garden right on site, and from then they get judged, and the winner gets $2,500 and a trophy, and they get bragging rights.
Oh, wow,
so that's a big
incredible.
thing. And then all weekend long, when our guests come here, the people get to vote on their favorite. So we are always really curious to know, do the judges and the people think the same? And most times they don't.
I bet. So what's your personal favorite about the Garden Show every year?
Is the people. That's why I love my job so much, right? We get to work on planning with the people. We are Calgary gardeners planning an event for Calgary gardeners. There's nothing else like this in this city.
Great, thank you very much.
Thank you.
With Maureen. It may seem like Old Man Winter is here to stay, but at the Calgary Garden Show, spring optimism is in the air. The smell of fresh flowers, herbs, and plants surround garden enthusiasts. But knowing Calgary's climate and soil, it seems like gardening is a nearly impossible task. But the annual Calgary Horticultural Show knows all the right tricks. There are garden tours, garden creativity contests, and workshops guided by experts. Although spring temperatures haven't arrived yet, you can already get a head start on your garden by planting seeds indoors. But the Garden Show isn't just about the plants. It allows local innovators spring designs for Calgary buyers. But gardening has more great benefits than you may think. It's a great way to get exercise, fresh air, and sunlight. It also gives you more opportunities to meet fellow neighbors and gardeners. For City Vibes, I'm Will Wilson.
Thank you, Will. Now, what better place to have the Garden Show than in Spruce Meadows? Spring is coming, so love it.